You voted for Donald Trump.
I did.
Do you regret that vote?
Yes, I do.
If you could say anything to President Trump now, what would you say?
I expected that you would do what was right and cut waste and fraud and all of those things that you promised us before we elected you in office, but you're not doing that. You're creating a disaster, and I don't know what America is going to look like if this continues.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications bell, because today we're diving into a MAGA Regrets trend that's sweeping across social media. And honestly, I can't help but ask, what did you all think was going to happen? You voted for a man whose policies screamed corporates first, people second, and now, surprise, surprise, you are realizing he meant it.
This is how it went.
No, you can stay there, and I'm sure you will find.
Very happy and excited that Trump won. As far as financially, obviously nothing's really changed. We're still under the Biden administration, but I know that it is coming,
And this is how it's going.
so I admit I regret my vote for Donald Trump. I regret it because I needed these changes sooner. I needed the prices to go down sooner so that I didn't drain out my bank account.
What y'all having for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Because that is far more interesting to me than whatever she talking about. Have the day you voted for, ma'am. Get your dancing shoes back out and gets to stepping. Make America great again. One millionaire and billionaire at a time. He loves the poorly educated. His words, not mine. And this is the prime example of why. FAFO. Have the day you voted for. And don't make me say it no more.
Hey TikTok, I'm just on here trying to see if anyone else is feeling how I am feeling. I mean, it's the gas prices and the electric bills and the food. I work overtime and I just feel like I can't get my head above water, and I just want to know if anybody is feeling like they are drowning. Bull fucking hoe! You voted for that orange turd, and there you go. There you go. You want one of these pastries I got over here? I had a cupcake.
I never thought I'd say that, but I regret my vote. I voted for Trump.
As a Hispanic, I voted for Donald J. Trump. Dude, I regret it so much, man.
I am regretting my vote for Donald Trump.
Who voted for Donald Trump, and now I regret it.
A lot of people who were like me voted for Trump and have to account for that.
I regret voting for Trump.
I was a dumbass, voted for Trump. It was the worst decision I ever made.
I've seen the light, and I got out of MAGA. A lot of us there have seen the light. We have deep regrets.
I feel guilty because I voted for Trump twice. I feel very guilty because I feel responsible. That's why he's still running.
I was with Trump for 9 straight years. I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed in Trump right now.
Like you, I'm sure you've been seeing videos of people saying, oh snap, now that Trump's in, I didn't really realize he was going to do all of these things. He's not caring about the bird flu and making the price of eggs lower. He's doing things that are affecting me. I can no longer access my Medicaid, even though that wasn't supposed to happen. I'm still having trouble, accessing my child's account, or, FEMA's being taken away, and I was supposed to be a recipient of some FEMA help. That one particular lady goes on about the things. But I've seen other videos where people are saying specifically, this is really bad, and I regret my vote. It's easy for us who saw this coming 500 miles away to feel satisfaction, to want to gloat in the face of that. But here's the thing, we're all here. And the more we hear these people speak out, the more people we have fighting for us. And I want their fight. I don't, I'm not about, well, you voted for him, you don't have the right to fight against him now. Listen, we need all the help we can get. So if these people are seeing the light now, and if they're saying, no, I'm going to fight with you against all this stuff, yes, please. Yes, please, because we need all the help we can get. So gloat with your friends. Feel that little bit of satisfaction of I told you so. But we need to encourage these people. Thank you for having the courage to speak out now. It is too late, but now that you're here, keep speaking out and please join us in the fight. That's the only way we're going to get through this, because we have to continue to welcome the people who are going to be suffering along with us over to the side of the fight if we're going to win the fight.
Say, MAGA morons, especially federal workers who voted for Trump. How do you like it now? Losing your job and everything, right? Because he's gutting agencies left and right, and Elon Musk and his douche project is just firing everyone left and right. So how do you like it? Still glad you voted for him?
Sorry, America! Sorry, America! We were wrong! We believed the lies! We paid the price! We paid the price! We are sorry! We are sorry! We were wrong!
There's a whole lot of white people who are now upset that they voted for Trump. So I just want to point out this lesson and thing we do in the black community where we say all skin folk and kin folk. Y'all voted for that man because he's white and you didn't want to see a black woman become the president. And now you see all skin folk and kin folk. I don't feel sorry for y'all at all.
Hey there, MAGA Regret. It is really, really happening. And I grew up in rural Iowa, just 1 hour away from Omaha, Nebraska. Both of my children live in Nebraska. Most of my family are in Nebraska right now. And so this is a really big deal for me. But you guys voted for this. And I don't want to go through the whole thing that everybody else is doing. What I want to talk about is decency. So when I grew up, and probably the same thing for boomers, if you broke something, you made up for it. So say you go borrow your neighbor's ladder and it breaks. You go buy them a new ladder, your wife bakes them a cake or a pie, and you express your sorry several times and you feel bad. So now your vote, because you did not pay attention the last time or read Project 2025 or anything to point you in the right direction and show you what exactly was going to happen, this is the vote that you made. And so I see many of you coming on here crying fake little tears, but I have zero sympathy for you, because what are you actually doing now? Are you protesting in any way? What are you doing besides trying to get other people to feel bad for you? It's going to require action, and it's going to require you to really go out and mobilize and make a difference now, because you are the one who did the thing. It was you. You made the vote. It's affecting you now, just like it affects the rest of us. So what are you going to do? I'm really anxious to hear what you're going to do to make up for it. We are not the ones that did this. So again, how are you going to make it right? The people in the Midwest are it's very, very important to make up for your wrong. So what are you doing to make up for your wrong? Write it down. What action, what mobilization are you doing? This is really the only answer now. I don't want to hear any more tears or any more bullshit. What are you doing? Thank you.
I never thought in a million years that I would actually regret voting for Donald Trump. Listen to this, you guys. my job has been frozen. Okay, I was one of the top researchers in my department. And, you know, I never thought the day would come when an unelected person like Musk would start digging into where everyone's tax dollars are going. I thought my job was safe. Okay, now, because of Donald Trump and Elon Musk, how are we ever going to find out if cats really hate dogs and dogs really hate cats? I mean, we were making groundbreaking work, okay? And we were on the cusp of discovering that felines and canines really do, at their core, hate each other. And now it's gone. It's all gone. I cannot believe I voted for this.
Turns out that 10 years ago, back in 2015, this woman wrote a bad check for $25. And she pleaded guilty to the misdemeanor, didn't realize that she was overdrafting her checking account. They paid the fees to the bank. They paid the fines. They paid the restitution. They paid it all. Everything's fine. 10 years ago. $25. And it was only a few dollars that she had overdrafted. And 10 years later, even though it had all been settled, she had renewed her green card since then. But now ICE is like, no, man, you're a fraudster. You're over there committing bank fraud. We got to get you the hell out of our country now. Yeah, go ahead and tell all those unhoused people you've been cooking meals for that they now have to go hungry because ICE got you hardened criminal. I mean, you'd think it was like Jeffrey Dahmer that they just snagged. $25. She's been in the country for 47 years. Here's where the story takes a turn, of course. This man, Jim Brown, voted for Trump. But he told the Daily Beast that he now 100% regrets his vote. He said he supported deporting criminals, but he doesn't believe in separating families and treating them like vermin. You don't see our story on Fox News because they want you to see all the horrible people they're deporting. But that's just not true. It's crazy that we've come to an America that treats humans like this. It's more than wrong. It's inhumane. I agree with you, and I empathize with you. But you did vote for this. I hate to say that. I hate to say it in this particular instance. Because you even admit, you're like, hey, I'm all in favor of deporting the criminals. But that's not happening. No, it's not. But you voted for mass immigration raids. The administration told you they were going to do that. Now, you believed them when they said we were only going after criminals. That's on them. They lied to you. But everybody else was telling you, no, they're not. No, they're effing not.
Guys, it's literally happening. I'm going to show you what somebody just posted, and I want you to guess who posted it. Pause to read. If you guessed Amy Kremer, you would be correct. But if you're like most people like me, who the hell is Amy Kremer? She is the founder of Women for America First. And she hosted through that organization the Stop the Steal rally in Washington, D.C. that culminated in the January 6th attack on the Capitol by Trump supporters. Prior to that, in 2016, she ran 2 political action committees to help get Donald Trump elected. And prior to 2016, she was high up in the Tea Party movement. And she just posted that. And if you don't understand how important this is, let me enlighten you. She's about as deep as somebody can get within the MAGA cult. Additionally, she is a leader and conspiracy pusher within the MAGA cult. She is a power broker within the MAGA movement, and she just posted that. There you go.
I'm making this video because I voted for Trump, and a lot of my followers are Trump supporters.
And I fully expect that I will probably lose a lot of friends and followers because of this opinion. First of all, if we are friends and you can't see past politics to continue being my friend, I just want to say I don't hold any ill will towards you. I totally understand if you feel the need to unfollow me, block me, and not be my friend anymore. I respect it completely. I just don't think we have the same Donald Trump that we had circa 2016 to 2020. This is not the same man. Somewhere along the way, he lost his way. To deny help to tornado victims. Then I heard he denied further assistance from FEMA to North Carolina. This is not the man we voted for. If you are upper middle class or below, I don't see how any of us are faring well under this president. And how long are we just gonna close our eyes to it and pretend it's not happening because it's him? And at least it wasn't the other guy. I will no longer stand by and pretend that I have hope in this president, because I don't. This past weekend, what he did last night was 1,000,000% unacceptable. And if any other president did that, everybody would be losing their marbles. The cuts he made to programs that help lower income people, these secret dinners with people wearing masks, it's just craziness at this point, guys. And I just can no longer stand here and say I support it, because I don't. No, I'm not a Democrat. I don't trust the government at all. But I just hope our friendships are strong enough that you guys don't base it just on something political. But understand, I fully expect that I will lose friendships. And I'm sorry to see you go, but I hope you can understand my side as well.
Hi. Well, it's Sunday. So recently I ran into two of my friends, and they were both big Trump supporters. So I stopped and I said, hey, what do you think about everything that's going on with the cuts and no childhood cancer research and cuts to U.S. aid? And so what do you think? How's it going? And they both said, well, you know, since the election, we decided not to follow politics that closely. Really? So you voted for Trump, but now you don't want to follow politics? And why is that? Well, you know, it was just too upsetting. Oh, really? You voted for Trump? Choke on that word. You voted for Trump, and now you don't want to take any responsibility? Fuck you.
We have some big news right now. MAGA Republicans are turning against Donald Trump, and it looks as though MAGA is on the verge of a possible civil war over everything that's happening between the FBI and the Department of Justice and the Epstein files. MAGA is just not satisfied with what the Trump administration is doing and the narrative Donald Trump is pushing himself. You have some of Donald Trump's most loyal people on the internet saying now that he has turned his back on them, on essentially the cause, on MAGA, and it looks like it's only getting worse. He wants to move on, right? He wants to tell the world about Rosie O'Donnell and try to revoke her citizenship. He wants to distract his own base, seemingly, from the issues that they care about. And right now, they're very unhappy. And it looks as though it's only going to continue, and it's only going to get worse if Trump does not do something fast, whether it's potentially firing Pam Bondi, removing the head of the FBI. Stay tuned.
I don't know if it's just me or what, but I was so excited for Trump to get back into office. For what? For what? I mean, prices are still bad. They're rising. Hell, everybody's struggling. I mean, wasn't you supposed to help us? Wasn't you supposed to? But he's not worried about us because, I mean, he's balling. He's rich. He ain't worried about it.
These prices are way too expensive. Everything is going up every single day. Yeah, tariffs. Yeah, they're supposed to make the country great and bring all this money in. But who pays the tariff costs, guys? American citizens pay the tariff costs. It's not these other countries. It's not the companies. They're just passing the cost and the burden down onto the consumer.
I keep seeing videos of people saying like how they regret their vote, and if they could go back, they would change their vote, or they wouldn't vote, or blah, 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 right? Y'all don't regret your vote. You regret that those hateful things that you wished upon other people are now affecting you when you didn't know they would. So I don't feel bad for you. You're getting exactly what's coming for you, and I hope you enjoy these next 4 years.
Yeah, we voted for Trump in 2016, 2020, and 2024. We live in the Florida Panhandle, and we thought that this would be good for our business, but we're finding out now that we were wrong, and I want to publicly say that we are regretting our votes at this point. My husband and me own a construction company, and we literally do not have workers anymore. Most of our workers are from Mexico, and they're good, hard workers. I talked to a few of them, and they said they were just too scared to come back to work because of all the raids. Our construction company is likely to go out of business now, and we don't know what we're going to do, but we're never voting for a Republican again. Ron DeSantis and Trump have been passing laws that negatively affect our business, and I just want to say that I'm sorry for voting for him. I grew up Republican, and it's all I've ever known, but now I can see that me and my whole family have been very wrong about this. So we hope that 2026 comes and we can take back the House and the Senate and stop him from what he's doing. There's a special election coming up in Matt Gaetz's district, and we're going to do everything we can to advocate for a Democrat taking that seat.
Hold on, what did you just say about Trump?
I said, Trump's a fucking liar. Inflation's going up. Gas prices hasn't really come down that much. Eggs? Oh, that's a funny one. The eggs. I'm mad. And I'm a mega man. Okay? I don't see anything he's done.
So is it safe to say that the illusion has faded?
I think it has, yes. You know, I was for him because, you know, everything he said, you know, he played right into my hands. He just told us everything we wanted to hear. That's what he did. I can't even stand to look at him because, you know, he's a con. He's a flat ass, nothing but a fucking con. You know, they all, the right side, they say, oh yeah, the Biden side was so bad. Well, what's so good about the right side? He brags about doing something with our economy, but I haven't seen anything happen yet. That big beautiful bill is going to add, they say $2.5 trillion. It's going to add about $4 trillion to the debt. The big beautiful bill. Oh, what a joke. Remember what happened in the 80s with trickle down economics? Yeah. The filthy rich got richer, and us guys that worked for a living paid more taxes. I'm disappointed for sure. I'm real disappointed.
Let's talk about this wave of MAGA trends. From farmers who lost their subsidies to factory workers whose jobs got shipped overseas again, to small town folks discovering that America first really meant the rich first. It's wild watching people finally piece together that catchy slogans don't pay bills. You see, MAGA built an entire movement out of patriotism on steroids. They wrapped everything in the flag, sang about freedom, and told everyday Americans that anyone questioning it must hate America. That's how they got you. Through emotional manipulation, they sold you a feeling, not a plan. And now that the reality check has bounced, here comes the regret. People who swore Trump gonna drain the swamp are now realizing he just refilled it. He merely refilled it with billionaires and lobbyists. Yeah, folks who thought tariffs would bring back jobs are paying more for groceries, gases, and basic goods. But hey, at least the hats were made in China, right? Now, let's be honest. Many MAGA voters weren't tricked by some genius political strategy. They were comforted by a fantasy. A fantasy that someone would finally fight for forgotten America. But guess what? The only people who got remembered were the ones with stock portfolios. MAGA didn't empower working class America. It exploited them. It weaponized patriotism to get votes and then turned around, cut social programs, ignore infrastructures, and made health care even harder to access. It's like buying a car because the salesman told you it's 100% American made, and then realizing it was assembled in Mexico, financed by China, and breaks down every other week. But you can't return it because you already told the whole world it was the best car ever. So here we are. scrolling through TikTok and Reddit, posts of MAGA voters sharing their "I didn't think it affect me" moments. It's both sad and ironic, but maybe, just maybe, it's the wake-up call America needed. The question is, these regrets turn into real change? Will it? Will these regrets turn into change? Or will folks double down again when the next politician wraps another bad idea in a red, white, and blue bow? Let's talk about it in the comment section. Tell me what your thoughts are. Do you think MAGA voters have truly learned their lessons? Or are we just one catchy slogan away from the next political heartbreak? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more thought-provoking breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Credit belongs to original creators. Thank you.